Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. This is a ladder game between Mad Mozart, who's actually quite an interesting build there, and Turin, this Sonozaki. Mion, that's Turin Bart. And he's UEF's UEF. Mozart is Cybern as always. I'd be interested to know actually what percentage of games Mozart has played as Cybern. On ladder and in total, like in team games and custom games. How close is it to 100% Cybern? Would be interesting. So, okay, let's see. I get the feeling that they've played this map before. Turin probably searching as a random faction as well. He gets UEF. So, yes, let's take a look at Mosey's build order. He's gone for 2 factories, which is bizarre. But people make it work. I don't know who came up with this idea originally. I'm trying to think who it was, but maybe it was Yudi perhaps? I don't know, honestly. Some Setner, I think, came up with this idea. As basically the idea is you don't need PGens. You can make 2 factories at the start, so you get much faster build power, and then the initial build power you use to grab tree groups, and that'll fuel you for the start of the game power wise. And you basically, yeah, you just live off of tree reclaim at the beginning. And the advantage is you get 2 factories extremely quickly. So you see Turin is making a factory now. He's also taking advantage of the trees, but he's not going immediately for 2 factories. So this is more, you know, a more normal way to do it. He still goes really light on PGens, like 2 PGens, and he's building with 15 build power, 10 from the ACU, 5 from the engineer. So he's still abusing the tree groups a lot. He's gonna kill his tree groups here. Oh. No, he broke some. He broke these ones. Damn. He tried to save them. And Mosey heads to the middle straight after the PGen. So he makes 2 factories PGen, then walks to middle. And Turin also walks after 2 factories. So I didn't see the previous sentence game they played, but it probably is informing how fast they're going to middle here. Maybe they did this last time or something similar, but maybe in the previous game somebody went to middle very quickly, and so they're both rushing there now. Because if you get to mid late, then you're later to reclaim. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes it's not. Let's look at Mosey, and you can see he actually has resources. And let's just see how many engineers he has right now. He has 13 engineers already. And Turin is not going to have even half that. So there you go. He's got 7 actually, so he does have half. He's got 3 factories. He's almost got 4 factories on now. He's out of mass, by the way. And Mozart is going to start catching up in factories. The problem is power still. He hasn't caught up on power. But you can see he's got so much build power that he actually can do a lot here. He probably should expand a bit more quickly, given he has so many engineers. But this build looks to have worked out, honestly. And it's not an easy build to pull off, so I wouldn't recommend novices doing the double factory build, because if you miss micro, if you don't get that power reclaim that you actually need, and you know, do some tree reclaim manually as well as move those factory attack moves around, you will be absolutely screwed. So Definitely not something for the new player to attempt, I would say. I wouldn't recommend. So now they're both in middle, reclaiming. Mozart has 2 bombers. One thing you should know about Mozart, he likes to make T1 bombers. He likes to make a lot of T1 bombers, so this bomber is found. It actually took a shot from the Cyclone there. And now is dispatched after the engineer. That looks like a decent dodge. It's a perfect dodge, in fact. And that bomber is not going to get another pass. So good kill there. We have a scout over here looking for bombers. It's going to miss this bomber though. Slightly out of range. Only slightly. As T1 scouts have honestly amazing radar coverage from the air. But here comes the bomber and he's got a target. Oh, will it be an auto dodge? No. He is dead. Good kill to get. And Turin, maybe, I don't know whether he was not expecting a bomber anymore because he killed one on the other side. But his scout was maybe just slightly misplaced. Or if the scout had been on patrol here instead of just stationary, it's likely he would have seen that bomber. And if he had killed both those bombers, it would have put him in a really good spot. In terms of air, Mozart now has air paused, still lacking power. I mean, now he's lacking power because you need so much energy to get through this mass, and neither of them are really fighting in middle, which is an amazing luxury that few people get anymore. But neither of them. Wow, another bomber. Oh no, that's the same bomber. Sorry, that's probably the same bomber. Oh, one more pass. Wow, 2 more kills on the way out is pretty valuable. It's unfortunate he didn't kill more stuff here. I don't know how he killed one engineer, damaged 2 others, but this could have been insane damage. As it was quite good damage, worth the 2 bombers to kill this guy and some engineers in the base, I would say. Overall, but transport is out for Turin. His expansion is quite slow towards the airbase. So he's forced to drop here because this engineer was killed, and he drops all the engineers in the one place over here, which is not really a good idea because well, it's gonna mean that he's much slower to expand here, all these rock mexes and the island mechs. I mean, there's a lot of places that you need to put engies. So putting 4 directly in the 4 mexes on the airbase is not the best way to expand. And Turin's forced into the water, although he did seem to get a lot of reclaim. Let's take a look at the reclaim amounts. He has 6,500. Mozart has exactly the same. Okay, so but actually, okay, we still have some T2 wrecks left here. A T3 wreck, that's a Titan, I guess. I think that's a Titan. And we have like a loyalist, some rhinos, and another loyalist, and an ASF. So yeah, they both got pretty much exactly the same reclaim, although it looks like Mozart will get ahead now. Yeah, he's actually scooped all this mass up, and he's still got like 1,000 mass here to take over 1,000 mass. So maybe Mozart will get a little more from middle than Turin. Turin now 85% to T2 land. Let's see what he's queued up here. Probably normal thing would be obviously T2 engineer first, maybe a Sparky as well. T2 PDs on the front line of Seton's obviously really strong, given the, I mean, just look at the size of the choke we have. Oh, Turin should not be moving in here. He has less tanks than, oh yeah, he attack moves then doesn't run his tanks in. Keeps the ACU at the front line to soak up a lot of damage and also get a lot of free kills. You want to maximize how many kills the ACU gets, how much damage he gets, and you can see he loses a couple of thousand HP, which he will regain very quickly. And that was a really bad attack from Mozart. I don't know why he moved forward his unit so far. Probably he's just going to make up the space that Turin had retreated away from, but just went too far in. And basically that was yeah, that was a terrible move, honestly. Sorry, Mosey. And he just donated a reclaim and veterancy and lost valuable units. So we have T2 land. Oh, another thing that will be very common in the first units is, of course, a flak. So he does get one T2 engineer, and then he goes for a flak, and then pillars, and just pillars and flak. Not sure why he goes for pillars over mongoose, especially in this choke point, but he does. Pillars are always a good option, of course, more or less. Two T2 mexes for Turin. He's 3k total mass behind Mozart with 4 T2 mexes that I can see already. And major difference though, well, one, Mosey actually has mass to work with in the bank. Turin is about to finish T2 land. It's kind of slow, or T2 on his commander, sorry. He's kind of slowing down while making this because he lacks mass. Probably should get some more reclaim here. But he's making the gun quickly after, so straight for T2 and gun. Mosey's going to be in a tough situation here because he's got no upgrade. And he's also got naval factories on the front here. He's dropped the island. He's got a factory. Let's see how fast Turin is. If Turin is fast, he may be able to throw up a PD as long as he has mass in the bank, especially. And if he reacts immediately. He is a bit slow. And he's going to stall mass. Okay, reclaim is sort of keeping him almost afloat. But if he finishes the PD, oh. No, he's going to lose this fight now. The PDs are fighting. And they kill each other. Yep. Who would have known that two T1 PDs would kill each other in a straight 1v1? What a surprise. So Turin walks forward, and he can continue walking forward for a long time here. He doesn't need to stop to make PDs or anything, maybe a radar. That's about it. That's the only thing he should stop for. Otherwise he should be straight marching towards the base. Mozart is in the water. You can be ground fired by artillery here. You can see even the tips of his little, you know, heavy metal shoulder pads are poking above the water, so he can definitely be ground fired. It's not the safest position to upgrade. Usually people are walking, you know, further back here or deeper into the water to avoid artillery coming for them. Here comes the ACU, and he hasn't stopped, which is exactly the right move. We have a lot of rhinos, like a lot of rhinos. We are all lacking, you know, some Medusa. I see a lot of Mantis coming out of the factories, but no Medusa. There's actually no Medusa in this entire army, which is sad. Always sad when you lack Medusa. And Turin just keeps going. What reason has he to stop? Rhinos are not a good force to fight this commander with. Now the thing is, how much overflow does Turin have? That's a question. So he has overflow, right? What scares me a little bit is the fact that he's stalling mass, right? So if and when he stops stalling mass, that overflow will disappear. And then those rhinos could become really dangerous. One problem I spotted, some of the T2 mexes for Mozart are so far forward. He upgraded 2 here and then 2 closer to the front, which is proving to be, well, a problem. Turin also has stopped marching and has decided to instead build a PD base here. on the front line. Triad is up. And if he was stalling mass before, he's definitely going to be stalling mass now once, you know, his tanks get out of the way and allow him to actually place a PD. He needs to be shooting now instead of building. If he places a PD here, he can just get the engineers to build it for him as he shoots and battles with these rhinos. He's getting a lot of amazing kills here. Like, look at this, 72 kills already, 4,000 mass killed. This is huge. I really wish he'd keep the engineers alive, but his army does not look strong right now. Not at all. Here comes the rhinos, but they're kind of disappearing fast, but there's just so many of them. ACU's still basically full HP though, because it's such a beast. And on the other side, Mozart has arrived from the water with his gun commander, and he's trying to shift G on the ACU. There goes 2 more rhinos, at least. Well, 2 rhinos and maybe some mantis. Here comes, oh my god, there's must have been 8 units or even more died there. 2 more rhinos die again. Like, 7,000 mass kills. He's killed 3,000 mass worth of units. Oh my god, 2 more rhinos die. This is absurd. No. Somebody stop this man. He's got 8,500 mass killed. 8,007. And he's... Where did Mosley's army go? He had an army at one point, and it's completely disappeared. And we've got 9,000 mass in this small area towards the front of Mozart's base. And Turin did take a lot of chunks of his health here. For some reason his engineers are trying to repair him. That's not going to work. 9,000 mass killed. He's on 7k HP. And he's getting PDs up, and he's going to hope to hold at least... I mean, he can't hold this area of reclaim. So Mosley should be trying to get this forward area of reclaim as much as possible before the PDs come up. Well, there's a PD. And you can see how much control this gives him of the reclaim field. Shield coming up. Now let's look elsewhere, because, well, probably like us, they've both been heavily focused there, but they've also been looking elsewhere. Mosley is making T2PDs or T2 Maxes further back. This one was T2 and it died, so he learned his lesson there on the forward T2 Maxes. Turin looks to have very little T2 mass. We got 3. We got a lot of T2 units running forward. Another thing I would have said though is pillars are pretty quick, so they're fine to reinforce, but mongoose are even faster. So the fact that they get to the front faster is also pretty important on such a large map. I mean, you're basically talking that's the length of a 10 by 10 probably, I guess. Well, let's see. I mean, no, it's not. Well, it's pretty close to like it's probably like the width of a 10 by 10 map you have to reinforce across. So, you know, faster units are gonna get they're gonna give you their value a lot sooner. These P-gens are really far forward, so it makes me a little scared for Mosley's power. If he does get pushed again and he loses P-gens, I mean, if he's losing P-gens, he might even lose the HQ, so he really has to hold here. And it doesn't look like he has too many units. The gun commander is nice, doesn't have stealth though. The reclaim field, he's actually grabbed a lot of it, it seems, which is good, but not as much as Turin, who is 5k mass ahead in terms of reclaim. This is scary. It's really scary to be in this position where, I mean, you have to stop the enemy here. You can't come closer than this, otherwise you feel like it has to be game over. Now on the other side, in terms of more long-term advantages that Mosey has, he's got naval control on both sides, which is huge if he can survive this. That's a TML, and there's no TMD. Oh my god, he killed the T2HQ. No, T2 Mex is gonna go down. Where's the T2 engineer? Here he is. He's making PDs. He hasn't realized yet. He hasn't reacted. There goes the T2 Mex. Is there more missiles? Hello? Nobody assisting this thing that's absolutely crushing Mosey. So there's no more rhinos coming. There is a ton of rhinos already, so I guess he can live with that for a moment. But there's no, okay, he does have some Vipers. There's another T2 Mex. Please, please, where's the T2 engineer? This guy is so important. He has to live, and he has to make a TMD. Mosey still, maybe he just hasn't found his engineer because he's like hiding under a T1 engineer. But oh, this is scary. These PDs at the front are doing huge damage. Oh, 1300 mass killed. Jesus Christ. Those two front PDs did insane damage. Also, we have a Clink Hammer as well. Super far forward. And why is Turin is walking backwards? And I don't understand why. I mean, if we look at his army, he just abandoned this front position. He's got 42 pillars versus 27 rhinos. And, like, he could nearly run over this. And he's now instead given up his forward position. When maybe that was, you know, should he have just gone in there? Where is he going? Where are you going? Okay, here's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, here we go. T3 air. He's thinking that he killed he did so much damage. He like killed Mexes and he killed the HQ that maybe now he's like, okay, I'm far ahead. I'm gonna have T3 air, or I have T3 air, and I'm gonna have a P-Gen soon, and with that, I'll crush the game. With that alone, maybe. Like, that's the only thing I can think, because otherwise, this is like great. I mean, there's rhinos. He stopped all the rhino production. He stopped T2 engineers being built. So there's not more PDs or shields or things. It's Cybran. There's no insanely powerful commander. There's just the gun commander. And he has a huge army. He has a huge army. And a powerful commander. So why not just stay there? At the least just stay there. But also, could he just run over that? I feel like he could have just run over the entire base and ended the game, honestly. Probably because Mosey kind of made quite a lot of mexes, I would say, earlier than Turin, and also Turin just got amazing value from the commander. But, you know, I feel like Turin must have thought that, you know, let's not run in with everything and risk losing all of that, donating reclaim and stuff. Let's instead retreat and then crush with T3R. I don't know why he goes from here all the way back to here for no reason and gives up like so much control. You can see Mosey immediately takes that control. If he continues on and walks into this army with his rhinos and donates all that reclaim, then maybe I'll just exile the game and you know, try to cleanse my mind with something more enjoyable. Well, let's see. 7,000 mass, that's all. Strap bomber out for Turin. 2 strap bombers out for Turin. And a gunship. T3. T2 Navy. That's a destroyer. We need some cruisers. A few torp bombers cleaned up all of the frigates on this side, and the strap bomber flies directly over those frigates over here. So these frigates are going to be taken out by torpedo bombers. The strat over here, wow, it's taking so much damage. There is a cruiser out. Oh, so he actually cancelled that destroyer and built a cruiser really quickly. Or no, he actually already had the cruiser. Never mind, that would be insane if he built it that fast without hives. That strat did very little thanks to this cruiser. 1800 mass killed. By the way, there goes T2 mechs, and that's it. Strap bomber. Always take note of where the strap bomber dies. That has, you should just immediately, you should be watching it fall out of the sky with some engineers selected. Take great pleasure in watching it crash, and then reclaim it immediately. Immediately give a reclaim order. We got 2 T3 mexes, a third one on the way for Mozart. Is this, is that his way back into the game? Because, I mean, Turin has 1 T3 mex. He's building a grid of pigeons and air factories over here. He's got 1 T3 mex. So, I mean, we need some T3 air right now from Mozart. Oh, here comes the strap bomber. That's not really the best use of a strat or the best use of ASF. There they all go. Some will escape. Okay, they're all low HP. All 4 of them. The strat is dead. The T2 Navy is now defending the push. I mean, you know, you walk the whole way back and then you retreat all the way to here, and then you walk back. Suddenly there's T2 Navy to stop you from running into the base, so it seems unlikely that he gets through here. Plus there's T3 land, so a trebuchet would be sick. Brick is going to do amazing as well. Here comes the air though. That's quite a lot of torpedo bombers. Quite a lot. I don't know what these guys are even targeting. Where are they going? Alright, there goes another T2 ship. On the top side, there's no navy left. There's 1 naval factory which is now dying to artillery from the land. And Turin is entering the naval domain. Also trying to grab a little bit of reclaim. There's not much there to be taken. Mozart has 3 T3 mexes. Somebody said nobody cares how many T3 mexes that the players have. You know, that's just blasphemy. If you don't care how many T3 mechs the player has, I think you really ought to learn the way of the T3 mechs. Take it in. It's a beautiful structure and very important. And Mozart has more than Turin. And I will always point out who has more T3 mexes. Here comes the ambassador. That is a strong statement. From the UEF ambassador. 15 kills. A lot of T1 anti-air coming up. And the ASF looks like... Wow, they're actually taking a lot of damage. Insane damage. Why is he running away now? Okay, the micro from Turin is... for the ASF, it's seriously lacking here. He's just taking so much free damage. You can clean this number of inties easily with this number of ASF. Like, it's not even a question. But he lost a lot of HP there. Now if he goes in, he'd probably lose like look, some of these are really low. If those die fast, then well, he could lose all these ASF honestly to inties. Strat's doing amazing work though. Oh my god. So yeah, Turin decides, you know, he only makes move orders that travel, you know, at least 7 kilometers. So okay, that was nice. That was much better. That worked. So yeah, he, you know, 7 kilometers forward, 7 kilometers back, 7 kilometers forward, 7 kilometers back. Yeah, ACU 14 kilometers back in the middle of nowhere with no defenses, just in case. And so it's a bit peaceful now. We just have, you know, civilians being, well, I guess they're not civilians. Military engineers getting owned by lasers, but that's about it. It's peaceful. So let's take stock of the T3 Maxes. Still only 2 for Turin. Disappointing. And 4 from Mozart. He's slowed down his ecoing a lot. Surely he's working on T3 air somewhere. Where is that project being started? We have a PGen. Yeah, we have ASF production. Good. That was actually the first one leaving the factory floor. We caught it on camera. No cheating, says Mozart. I don't know what he means. Not really sure. Uh-oh. I feel like the T2 Navy is going bye-bye. There goes cruiser. There goes... Oh, he's actually... Did he target this with enough? He didn't. So this cruiser is actually going to get a lot of damage, but it should go down. And so should all the destroyers. Okay, once again, this needs another torpedo bomber to attack it. Oh. It's still alive. Look at the damage it's doing. Just from bad targeting. And finally it will go down. Mozart's gonna lose his ASF as well if he doesn't retreat them. And he only has 6 versus, I mean, 20, 25, maybe even 30 for Turin. Where's the SAMs though? He has successfully lured Turin into the SAM range, and it means, I mean, yeah, he's gonna lose some ASF, but SAM plus cruiser, it's gonna be pretty good. Oh no! There's so many strats just came in and sniped the SAM. And a brick, a T3 PGen, factories, 2 T3 support factories as well went down. What the hell? That's a lot of strats. And here comes, oh, a lot of PGen's gonna die here. Still 2 cruisers alive doing huge damage, but not as huge as the strats, which, you know, if we think about it, maybe they could have just killed the commander, but, you know, killing all of the power is pretty good. I mean, that should just be game. What? I mean, how does the game continue from here if Turin just bombed everything? Turin going for the commander. Shield blocks it. Oh, he's not going for the commander. Silly me. Of course he doesn't go for the commander. Goes for the PGens. There's 2 died here. There's 1 T2B gen left. Here, there's 1 also. Okay, finally he goes for the commander. The strats are dying. 13,500. Oh, he's not dodging. 300 HP. And there's no strats left. there's none. He survived for now on 300 HP. We need some more power production in this area, I think. Torpedo bombers are a bit late. These cruisers, absolute champions. And at the front line, how many bricks do we have? Oh my god, 18 bricks, dude. 18 bricks moving forward. Please micro the front ones. But there's only some T2 land here. There's no T3 units whatsoever. 30 pillars. The bricks, I mean, yeah, they're kind of rushing forward. Even with this, you know, maybe inefficient battle, I think he's gonna crush everything at the front. Like 18 bricks versus some pillars. You know, pillars, I said they're a good option all the time, but you know, you think they're a good option against 18 bricks, then you're a madman. Single Percy comes out. Single Percy goes down. This entire base is dead. Desperately trying to rush up some PDs. Unfortunately, his PGen will damage some bricks. And that's the end of middle. Also, side note, T2 Navy up in the top pond for Turin. Cruisers coming. We need DMD really quickly because the T3 HQ is at the front. And somehow it survived the 6 strat bombers. But it needs to also survive the cruisers, and there's a lot of them coming now. Strat bombers are going to work on this army. There's no T3 mobile anti-air here. Maybe some of it got killed or something, but right now there's none. How many bricks do we have left? We have 15. We've only lost a few. He needs to keep the bricks apart as much as possible, I think, to avoid taking like splash damage from all of the strats at once. But where's he gonna go? Like, he could split the strat bombers. Oh, this is what I want to avoid. 3 bricks getting strat bombed at once there. If he splits the strats, I mean, or the bricks, there's so much to be killed. T2 Navy taking out a lot of stuff here. Also, if the cruisers move in, then he can protect the bricks by moving in this direction. There's a T3 mech right here. He could come into the water, perhaps, with a brick. Hide from strats that way. He's walking towards the commander. He does not want to walk towards the commander, who has the shield. Let's see if that HQ is alive. It is alive. That's good. It has lost about 1,000 HP since last time we looked, but there's more TMD around, so it should be okay. A lot of ASF. I think, you know, he's gonna have air control for a while, that's for sure. Turin is. Janus. I don't know why he goes for Janus instead of T1 bombers. T1 bombers would probably be better idea. T2BD's coming up here. Yeah, running into the commander is just the wrong idea. And we've really lost a lot of bricks here. We've lost half the bricks now. 2 bricks coming over here. There's not much dodging. Oh my god, 50,000 mass. 50,000 mass in the bank. And he doesn't kill all of these mechs. Here comes the ACU, overcharges a brick. He's gonna overcharge another brick. Oh no, how many bricks are gonna die to the commander? The exact worst place to be. Okay, the anti-air has arrived. That's sad. Fat Boy started at the back. It's gonna be followed by a satellite. Meanwhile, we do have many T3 pigeons up. We need hives. We need all mexes in the back to go T3. We need more of everything, especially I would say hives. Maybe even T3 navy. Why not? Why not T3 navy? I mean, the front base is dead. Like, Mozart has more map control now. He even has both islands. Those could be... Well, you can't really protect those. So probably best not to upgrade them. But that was insane. I mean, it's so sad that it ended like this. But he did still kill the entire front base. And there's a ton of reclaim that he can maybe try to take. I mean, he can defend this area with the T2 navy. So there's a lot of reclaim up for grabs. Maybe it's time for... just a lot of hives. Maybe, well, it feels like he needs air quite badly. Needs to make T3 air, a lot more of it. Maybe T3 navy, maybe a nuke sub. Maybe a nuke sub would be sick. And go after this base. There's no team SMD here. I don't know why Turin goes for a fat boy, honestly. Like, seems kind of strange, honestly. Turin also, like, he has almost nothing now. He just has air, and he has T2 navy in the top pawn, which is achieving very little. Even though he has really nice cruisers. There's just, wow, that's TML? What's the TML for? Did he build that accidentally or what? I'm confused. But like, Turin is in the worst position ever now. After he bombs everything and almost kills, the AC was 300 HP. He just loses almost everything to 18 bricks. And also lost, he didn't deny the T2 navy. Maybe he could have killed this HQ. He had a lot of torpedo bombers. Maybe he should have just gone for the HQ here at some point. But okay, he's made a fat boy. I don't know why, but he has. It doesn't really have anything to fight against. If we're honest, there's what, 7 bricks? I mean, those 7 bricks dropped around would be amazing. I don't think he's just gonna try and walk them all the way through mid once he sees a fat boy. But the other thing Turin's doing, more strats. You know, do what works. Well, I guess it didn't really work last time. It did a lot of damage. Well, there goes that raid. Oh no, he's losing his air staging. That's a psychological blow. Oh, that's... No, sorry. This is a psychological blow. Flying your strats directly over a load of cruisers and T3 anti-air. When you have lost your entire mid base, that's not a good scenario. There's no... Where's the air production? Okay, here's some air production. How many T3 mexes? Mozart still has 30k mass in the bank. Slight step down from 50k, but still only has 17 ASF. Update on the T3 mechs is 14. Quite a few. What's the plan? Continues to make PGens. Yeah, he's making a lot of hives, and I like it. He's making a lot of TMD. Probably too much. You know, like maybe defend this area, this one. He's made all this TMD. Yeah, he should be good. Should be safe. He also has SMD. About 40% loaded. Satellite is up for Turin. And a second one under construction. No SMD either. Not something he is willing to invest in just yet. And the Fat Boy is up, and it's going to take out the T2 Navy, which is about the only thing worthwhile that it can attack until these bricks arrive. And they will die fast. What's the plan For the SAT, I mean, the SAT can just start going to work on all of these T3 mechs at the back. There's no shields. Because, well, he's not ready for the satellite just yet. Turin moving his navy around. Looks like he wants to kill all the rest of this mass up here. I mean, this should all be dead since a long time ago, but it isn't. Maybe he should even... At this point, you kind of probably just spread some cruisers around to provide cover, or maybe bring them back and defend up here. You have to find some way to make them useful, because versus all this TMD, they're not going to be too useful. Now the satellite makes itself known. Oh, there's a real lack of power right now. How is he lacking power? I guess probably because he has so many hives next to T3 Air Factory. That's probably why. I would guess. 1 T3 mechs on the way out. The first of many. Actually already has 2,600 mass kills already. Probably did some drive-by on the bricks on the way. 1 mech's down. Oh, this one's upgrading. This one's next, right? No, stop assisting it. Stop building this mechs. Look how fast he's throwing mass into the abyss. So quick. And that's a second satellite that just finished. Scary. Virtually no attempt to retake any map control by Turin. He also didn't finish this mass extractor. He's only now reclaiming some of this stuff. There's bricks left here that haven't been reclaimed. No reclaim of this base whatsoever by anyone. Satellite off on a mystical journey of mechs killing. It's very relaxed, but there's damage happening. Just a laser is not the loudest weapon, you know. You can always hear the strats no matter where you are on the map, but the laser, just a silent killer. If you're not paying attention, you might miss it. Fat Boy has achieved very little so far. With the Fat Boy, he could just walk forward. Like, there's no reason not to. He could walk forward. He could, if he had T3 in the ACU, he could just walk forward with the Fat Boy, reclaim this whole base with his commander, I guess. Because the Fat Boy will kill the T3 land and the T2 navy. That's a lot of bricks. That's a lot of bricks. The second satellite's taking its time, but it is finally here. Destroyers well positioned to fight the T3 land. Bricks dodging and dancing pretty well. Oh my god, there's some damage being done here. 15k mass killed by this satellite already. And this one, no, bit of a misclick there, I think. Kill the storage. Whoa, T3 artillery for Mozart started. The bricks are just standing there taking fire from 2 destroyers. They can tank a little bit, but shouldn't be standing there. That's a lot of T2 PDs here. This is teleport defense to defend against teleports. And if we look over here, Mozart has the laser and he's making a back upgrade that is draining a ton of power and mass. One guess as to what he might be upgrading on the back of that Cybran laser commander, Mazer commander, I suppose. Yes. Clue is in what we were just looking at in Turin's base here. Another fat boy. Why a second fat boy? I'll tell you after I figure out why he made the first one. But yeah, Mosey making a disruptor. T3 artillery. Look at the there's so many dead mexes, and they're not even being rebuilt or reclaimed. 34,000 mass killed. 20,000 mass killed. Oh, the destroyer gets a bit too close. It's also just jazzing around. And the bricks are actually gonna kill it. Got a lot of mass killed. And now we have an air fight. More of an air slaughter as Mosey loses. I mean, he has the tiniest fraction. Oh my god. His commander just teleported in onto the fat boy. The strats come in, he's on less than 200 HP and he's teleporting away. Oh my god. And the strats killed the fat boy wreck. No way. No way. He mazered the fat boy and got away on 200 HP, and the fat boy wreck was murdered. There was T2PDs here. Why were there T2PDs here? He mazered onto a fat boy in T2PDs and strats and got away on 200 HP. He had 100,000 more mass total than his opponent, and that's the strategy. And now he walks forward with this brick army that's, you know, been traveling for weeks and months to get across the map. 25 bricks make the long trek with 12 anti-air, T3, and now they meet another fat boy. And they will lose. The question is, how close will they get to the base before they lose? Oh, second fat boy. Well, you are shit out of luck. Still more bricks on the way. Okay, quick update. 50,000 mass killed. Kind of hurts to watch. T3 mech's gonna go down. The bricks are living. This fat boy can't shoot anything. He's just shooting into this hill here. Bit of a terrain issue. The bouncer's like sneaking up and around. That's a lot of bricks. Now I said the bricks aren't gonna work, but I mean, if the fat boys just shoot into the ground at all times, then it's definitely possible for them to do some damage. Although, that's a ton of PDs and a shield commander, so I think the only damage going to be done here is by the fat boys to their own base at this point. Oh, shield goes down. Overcharge comes in. Okay, P-Gen gonna go down. We may lose 2 P-Gens. This one's outside the shield now. Oh, we lost a couple of bricks there to the P-Gen. Please finish this P-Gen. It's so low HP. By the way, Mozart is... Oh, he goes after the satellites. Yes. The greatest target. Will he kill the second satellite? No. Oh, that is sad. Where's that satellite? I mean, this one's alive 43, so the hero satellite that had 50,000 mass kill, here it is. It does leave a decent chunk of mass when it goes down as well. Okay. Oh my god, he hasn't replaced any of the mass extractors. Look at all the dead T3 mexes. All those 3,700 wrecks are dead T3 mexes. The satellite goes down because the disruptor is online and immediately finishes off the satellite. And now the disruptor is firing. This base will not survive. 2 T3 shields. He's not surviving. T3 Navy. T3 Navy can hit this. I'm pretty sure battleships from here could hit this. The problem is surviving long enough to get the battleships down here to actually take this out, because there's no kennels here to help with the construction. I mean, there's a distinct lack of... Oh, there goes a lot of brick reclaim. That's sad. There's a lot... I mean, there's no lack of mass. There's just a lack of infrastructure. He's got no power. Oh. He does have SMD. But he really only has this base. And very little else. I mean, he's got 3 fat boys for some reason. I think he'd rather some more pigeons and shields instead of one of those, or even 2 of those fat boys. I'm interested to know how long he's going to last, though. He's got some more shields up now. Still only T2 commander is kind of sad. Doesn't really have time to upgrade now, though. I hear something launching. Maybe it's just the cruise missiles. Probably is. There it goes again. Okay, he's rebuilding the satellite. One of them, anyway. I mean, Mozart probably had just got so much mass there. Oh my god, his income is so small. He had like 200 mass income because he lost like... he had over 500. He lost most of his mass income to the satellites. I was just thinking just there now, he must have gotten a lot of reclaim from all the T3 mexes. Look at that. The T3RD is in mid. And Moses is like, nope, definitely not in mid. Don't know what you're talking about. As Turin has T3 scouts just circling overhead. Well, he's surviving. I guess once you're at a long range, the accuracy is obviously worse, but he had to actually make it in middle to reach this base. So Turin probably should have realized already. You can't reach from, you know, airbase to airbase with a T3 artillery. Well, the base is surviving. He does actually have, you know, quite a lot of T3 engineers, which is the only reason he survived. If he had one of those crappy bases that was filled with, you know, T1 engineers, as a lot of bases are, he would be dead already. But he had the build power. I mean, you know, some kennels also would have been good, but, you know, with this many T3 engineers, he can survive, he can rebuild. I don't know what prospects he has for winning are, but here come T3 battleships. As though there were any other kind, but here come the battleships, and these summits have insane range. There's also a nuke in mid. And it's got 1 shield next to it. That's not even a fully upgraded one. So I am scared. Now, one thing I'm kind of worried about is... Oh, nuke sub. But it's not loading its nuke at the moment. I'm worried that the cruisers aren't here. He might need to bring the cruisers and shields with the battleships. Because, I mean, Turin can't surely keep air forever. Mozart's his income's 350. Oh, it's going up rapidly actually. He is upgrading all these mechs to T2. Didn't get the satellite reclaim yet. Didn't replace these. But yeah, here come the battleships. They started firing. This nuke is surely doomed. What is this thing attacking? It's attacking the... He's attacking the naval HQ. And he's hitting it as well. I don't think that's the best idea. He's just killing engineers mostly. Those are insanely accurate shots. I mean, this thing usually is just missing a lot. But it does have a high fire rate. Yeah, this nuke is doomed. A battleship, a summit does, I don't know, it's either 9,000 or maybe 11,000 damage in a volley. Yeah, there it goes. Deleted, just like that. And the reclaim, also deleted. And fresh satellites here to help out. And there, look, he's not even at the shore, and he can easily reach. Like, this artillery is not going to survive. It's not going to survive. Look how quickly the shields die. This shield is down. I don't know why he targeted it. He should target P-gens. No. I don't like this targeting. The satellite is amazing in these situations because as soon as the shields drop, you can then target the shields with the satellite from anywhere and it'll immediately take them out, like here. I mean, when it's not reloading. It's almost, oh, the shield's gonna come up in time. Oh, that's big. That might give enough time for these shields to recharge. I think he messed up though. Like, he was firing, he can fire beyond the shields and just go straight for this shield, this P-gen maybe. And I think he could already be through almost. Targeting this front area, I don't see the point. If we look, let's look at the base. I mean, the artillery is still firing on the T3 factory, which is a really bad idea. What is he shooting at? Artillery? T2 artillery? Is that worth it? Questionable. God, he's got a lot of mass. He's basically spending 0 mass on anything, which is kind of weird. The bricks are here. Oh, here comes a lot of ASF. There's only 4 cruisers. That's not that many. And he's not... No! Please! Use your... What are the battleships doing? Why are they shooting bricks? Oh my god, T3 mobile artillery is here. Now he's gonna target that with 3 battleships. How many shots do you want to waste? Cruisers kill them quickly. Why doesn't he just go for the artillery? I think it doesn't matter at this point because he's not building anything. Mozart could build another artillery back here if he wanted. I mean, it's actually not getting through the shields. I think mexes are under attack now. Where is the commander? He's still here. Still here in the water. Doesn't have stealth. Could be torpedoed. Just saying. There's a lot of T3 mobile artillery, and they're actually gonna get through the shields sooner or later and start actually doing damage. There are, what, 2 shield bolts? Yeah, there's 2. He's retreating. Oh man. Over here. Okay, I didn't even notice this happening. What the hell? A lot of bricks going through to the rock position. And then there's just 3 fat boys ready for them. He killed all the mexes here. There's just 3 fat boys. It's fat boy only versus brick only. The nuke sub is now loading. Oh, that's why he paused everything, maybe? To try and load a nuke sub. It's gonna take a while. Seriously lacking mass now. As he tries to make another satellite. He has 4 fat boys. Satellites go to work. Wait, there should be a... Oh no, there's 2. This is exhausting. That's a miss. That's why you don't target mexes with a T3 artillery like this. I mean, maybe with a different one. Maybe with Aeon. Well, no, not with Aeon. Maybe with Seraphim or UEF. But definitely not with... Uh-oh. Definitely not with Cybern. And really not with the other ones either, to be honest. But definitely not Cybern. So he just retreated to fire at the T3 artillery from out of range. Pretty effective. Battleships are against T3 artillery. Oh, he really could have taken out that artillery, couldn't he? This one, I mean. He really could have. I'm almost certain. With the correct target choice. Now the difference between what he sees and what I see though is obviously I'm watching everything. Can see exactly what shields are up and down and how many shields, where the pigeons, all of that. I mean, he'll have a lot of that, but he won't have, you know, full vision. He won't know what shields are up or down, probably. And I don't know if he had scouts circling overhead. I don't think he did. Well, he can't actually, because there's quite a few SAMs here, so he can only get a fleeting picture of it from the scouts. But still a sad thing to watch. Hey, a T3 land factory. That's a novelty almost in this game. I think we saw one brick before, or one Percy from the other one before it was killed. It's nice to have one of those. 1, 2, 3 satellites, 4 fat boys. Why doesn't he use the fat boys? I mean, yes, it would take forever to get here. It would probably... Maybe it would just turn into a mass donation, I guess. But then why make 4? That's the flip side. Why... Does he need 4 to defend against some bricks? I do like how this army is just hidden here now. Just waiting. T3 artillery can't get into this base, it seems. So he's making a second one. When 1 is not enough, make 2. Never make 3. According to my ISIS gameplay. So finally some of the mechs have been shielded. The ones at the back, not so much. My god. 25k mass killed. 29k mass killed. Where's the third satellite actually? Ah, here it is. It's actually killing cruisers with it. Can they one-shot cruisers? Oh, not that one. That one's beefy. Look at that. 3 vets. Let's see. I'm interested. Oh, he's going after the destroyer. Well, that's one way to counter T2 Navy, I suppose. You know, 4 fat boys and 3 satellites. That's logical. Second artillery's up. I think he should be able to get through. I don't know what Turin is doing anymore. I actually have no clue what he thinks he can do or what he would even like to do. He's making just a lot of defenses. 16,000 mass in PDs. Make that 23. 19 stationary flags. Over 100 ASF hovering overhead. 4 fat boys on standby. 5 Percys. And all the while he's under attack from 2 T3 artilleries, which are now breaking through and will destroy his entire base. So, you know, maybe you see my point. This is the end. Still only a T2 ACU as well. Oof. Yeah, he's rapidly oh, 96 HP on this SMD. That's gonna die. Thankfully, he has killed the nuke launcher. At least a nuke launcher. Maybe there's a second one in the base of Mozart somewhere. Satellite under attack. It's being repaired. A lot of those PDs are dead now. Wow, random shot over here. Good old cyber and artillery. Another random shot over here. I love how they just like all the shots are here and then suddenly like one over here, one over here. Is there another nuke? Doesn't look like it. Battleship's not getting through. Oh, a couple of bricks walk forward into 3 fat boys. If that's not enough to defend the T3 mechs. Okay, saved. Stop, he's already dead. Come on, artillery. You can do it. I mean, the base is mostly surviving still. But I feel like that's not gonna last. Okay, both the... He has to... Like, what is he attacking? Why is he attacking the shields at the front when you can basically shoot over them with this artillery? With the battleships. He can just shoot over the front shields and onto the next ones. So killing the front ones is not even valuable with the arc that there is on the battleship. But anyway, the base still lives. Just about. Why he's not upgrading the T2 shields to T3, I don't know. He needs more construction. He's trying to build a gateway over here. This shield is about to go down. These shields will go down very short. Oh god. Yeah, it looks... If he gets the right shots and hits the grid, it has to be game over because the power will disappear. And whoa, 2 gateways from Turin. What's he building? Nothing right now. He has so much of his build power down here when he needs to be protecting the base. Oh, the grid is exposed now. This shield's gonna come back though. Okay, the grid is protected again. Oh my god, his base is going down. There goes the Omni and a P-Gen. A lot of shields going down. He's attacking the front of the base though. There's still tons of power and shields down here around the... He's making a third disruptor, like directly in range of the battleships. Why not just make it somewhere else, like here maybe, you know? Well, how does this game continue? I'm so confused. This game is really making me question a lot of things. As Mozart's base dies to the battleships 15 minutes after they started shooting at it. That's an SMD that has 7 missiles in it. Don't put 7 missiles in your SMD. Pro tip. Oh, there goes a lot of ASF. Where's oh, the nuke sub was loaded. Oh my god. The nuke sub was loaded. That's why he attacked the front of the base, I guess. He only needed to kill the anti. Oh my god. Oh my god. Turin's base is still alive. Wait, there's a couple more shots to land, but I don't think they're gonna do too much. Oh my god. How is this possible? He's making a shield SC as well. The last couple of shots are not gonna get through whatever shields are here. Mozart should just quit at this point, because he's lost everything. He has nothing at this point. He has his teleport commander. Oh my god, look at how many Perseus Turin made. Turin now has 34 Perseus to go along with his 4 Fat Boys. And that's it. $60K on 2 of these satellites, 40K on the other one. A small donation of 30K mass over here. What the hell do you even say about this game? Oh my god. The nuke sub. The nuke sub was amazing. 278,000 mass killed. He's got another nuke as well. I mean, there's nothing worth nuking at this point. The satellites can kill everything. Well, he could nuke the commander, actually. that would be the sweetest end to the game, if he just nuked Mosey's commander. But yes, another air staging raid. Reminds me of the distant past in this game. Okay, he's sending in the air. Whoa, he's a ton of air actually. It's all about to disappear though. Okay, he's just, oh, he's coming in for the snipe. He's looking for the somewhere to teleport, I guess. I mean, it's impossible to kill this commander, unfortunately, for Mozart. Because, well, he has shield and he has, you know, that many PDs around him. And that many Percies. And Mozart doesn't even try, he just disconnects. 1 hour 6 minutes. I am utterly shocked by this game. What even happened? I mean, well, let's look at the stats here. Mozart's reclaim greatly inflated by him reclaiming all of his T3 mexes twice, I believe. So that's gotta be, I don't know, maybe 100k reclaim. As a random guess, how do you even, there's not even a synopsis you can give of this cast. Just so much insanity. Like, Mosey teleported onto a fat boy and PDs and then got strap bombed and survived with 200 HP. The Turin made 6 strap bombers, bombed every T3P gen, bombed factories, bombed Mozart's commander down to 300 HP that time instead of 200. And Mozart survived, and directly after that Mozart went ahead in the game by walking 20 bricks up middle and killing the entire mid base. A little bit of beach, and then walked into a shield commander and everything got overcharged. And then I can't go on. You saw the cast. I'm just gonna end it, and I don't know. Try to, I don't know. I'm just gonna upload this. I can't see anymore. I'm lost for words. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.